Hello.
Can you please tell me where you're from, what your name is, and what you do?
Sure. So I'm Charlie, and despite the accent, I'm actually from Brazil. Believe it or not, I know,
Oh.
I know. I'm half French as well. So dad is French, mom is Brazilian. Born in Brazil, and I left Brazil when I was a kid, and I grew up in Europe, and I basically grew up in the music industry, listening to music, organizing parties, organizing festivals, etc. And I also have a passion for technology, right? So eventually I got studying marketing in school, and from there I went on to basically doing marketing in the music tech world. And so what I've done in the past is I was doing marketing in Native Instruments,
Okay.
until I recently joined a startup called Lofelt, who make this fantastic device that you have on your wrist right there. It's called the Basslet, and yeah, that's what I'm known for.
Okay. This is really awesome. I had the pleasure of trying it out today, and I would love for you to explain exactly what this is and what it does.
Sure. So basically, the idea is that um, the the whole team at the company, we're really big fans of music. Yeah, we're all pretty much music addicts, and so we go out to a lot of festivals, we go out to a lot of clubs, and we like hearing music, but we also like that feeling that you get in the club or in the festival or in a concert. That feeling of pumping bass, basically, right? And so we realized that feeling was missing in your everyday life, because when you listen to music on your headphones, it can be the music can sound very good, but you're still missing a whole dimension, that physical dimension of sound, on like your everyday music listening experience. So when you're at work, or when you're traveling, or when you're just going to work, just pumping some music on the headphones. And so what we did, we developed a device, the Basslet, which you're wearing, that I'm wearing, which could basically compensate for that lack of bass in our lives. And so what we did is we took haptic technology, so something that
Haptic technology.
so it's vibro-tactile technology. Basically, it's an engine that vibrates. A lot of people know haptic technology through their phones, for example, that vibrates a little bit. So we took that technology, and we basically
Is that the same like in PlayStations and games?
yeah, exactly. That kind of rumble pack. Yeah, but so we took that principle, that technology of that principle of haptic feedback and vibrotactile technology, and we made it very powerful, and we made it high definition. So what it does is, when you listen to music, it takes all the bass frequencies of your music, and it reproduces them, so it's through this through the basslet, and it sends them straight into your body. And because it's in perfect sync with the music, and because it reproduces the entire low end at high definition, you have this amazing feeling of massive sound. It feels like you're standing next to a subwoofer, which is, I believe, what you experienced when you were there. You're going like, oh my god, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this was a direct button to my soul. Like I explained to you, when you listen to music on headphones, it's sort of like an intellectual experience. And yeah, I nearly cried. This was really deep. I never ever had an emotional reaction to a piece of technology in this way.
Yeah,
So it's awesome.
it really, depending on the music that you're listening to, it brings out the emotions, as you said. It can also bring out just the energy. It can bring out the fun. It really depends on the type of music that you're listening to. So I'm glad that you liked it. I definitely like listening to. I'm a lot on the more, let's say, tech house and techno. So just getting that vibe, that pumping feeling, it's something that was totally missing, and now I can get it through the Basslet, and I'm very happy about that.
Hmm. So, are you able to explain in a simple way how this creates 30 hertz, even down to 10 hertz? You said, right?
Even down to 10 hertz.
How is it possible to bend physics into a tiny square?
Well, That's a very good question, and it's a very good question for our amazing team of engineers, both mechanical engineers and electrical engineers, who managed to basically find the perfect way to package a signal. Basically, music is a signal, so it's the perfect way of packaging the signal, sending it wirelessly to the basslet, unpackaging it, and creating a vibration with this with the motor. There's a weight in here that moves, and it's all about getting that movement precisely right to emulate basically a subwoofer. And it took 2 years of development to get it to that sweet spot where it what you hear, what you feel connect, and it's that connection that gives you this impression of bass. Yeah.
So you can plug the headphones into your phone?
Yeah. So the way that it works is you take anything that has a headphone jack. So usually your phone. A lot of people listening to music on phones nowadays. So you take your phone, you plug this little sender into your phone, and you plug your headphones into the sender. And what the sender does is it takes the signal, the music, it filters out, keeps only the bass frequencies between 250 all the way down to 10 hertz. It sends them wirelessly to the basslet, and then the basslet, as I said, reproduces those frequencies at in perfect sync with your music and in perfect high definition. And this is what really creates this feeling of bass. It's the precision and the sync with the music.
Mm-hmm. And can you explain a little bit about your company? How long did it take to develop this?
Mm-hmm.
How many people work there, roughly?
Yeah.
And what sort of company is it? Is it independent? Do you have any sponsors? What's your setup like?
Sure. So the history of the company is actually quite interesting, because actually the two co-founders, one of them, Daniel Bittner, was the former head of sound at Ableton, and the other co-founder worked at Native Instruments. So they both quit their jobs to co-found Lofelt to create the Basslet, and basically it took them 2 years, as I said before, to get to the stage where we are now. And the interesting thing of this journey is that from the very beginning we had some very big investors who already saw the potential, because what you have to keep in mind is that the Basslet is a fantastic device. The technology that's inside goes well beyond just this product. The technology that's inside can be used, for example, in virtual reality. It can be used for gaming. It can be used for home entertainment. So very early on, some very big investors, they saw the potential of the technology and of the product, and they decided to invest in the company already at a very early stage. And so we've developed some very good relations with these investors, and that's how we got to the stage where we are now. Three weeks ago we launched on Kickstarter. So the idea is obviously to raise the funds to do a first production run. Mm-hmm. And
how's that going? You've got 10 days left, right?
We've got 10 days left.
Okay.
So we had an initial goal of 50,000 euros. We couldn't believe it ourselves, but we reached that goal under 12 hours. Then we went very quickly to 100,000, 200,000, and now I believe, I didn't check today, but we should be around 450,000 euros, and we still have 10 days to go. So
That's
we
amazing.
Completely blew our target out of the water, and we're very happy.
Are you able to get one of these as a backer?
As a backer, yeah, sure, yeah. You can definitely get one or two of these. We even right now we're collaborating with III, the guys who make these great headphones, and you can get this and this together as a bundle, and we ship in December. So you'll receive, if you get it now on Kickstarter, you'll receive the Basslets by Christmas.
Okay, and if you don't get one through Kickstarter,
Yeah.
are you able to get them? Are
You're
they
gonna.
available?
They're not yet available. They will be available in retail sometime early 2017. Yeah, because this is really for the Kickstarter community. They're a fantastic community of early adopters, and we really wanted to get. First, we wanted to see what kind of response we would get. You know, it's a completely different. It's a completely new device. It's a new experience, and we wanted to first see what the public reaction would be to such a new piece of technology. And the response on Kickstarter was absolutely phenomenal. So we're very happy with that, and we want to really kind of reward the Kickstarter community by shipping to those guys first, because they are the ones who are dedicated. You know, they're the ones who are backing you even before you've done your first pilot run. They're backing you even before you've completely perfected the product. It's an amazing community, and so we want to reward these guys first, and then we will start shipping or being available in retail in 2017.
Okay. Do you think that you might produce these as necklaces or as headgear and hats?
We'll give it a think. We'll give it a think.
Some earrings, maybe.
There's a lot of things that can be done with this. Yeah.
Okay. And as a last question, could you just explain a little bit what your day-to-day looks like as a person in the creative industry? You know, because there's a lot of people that want to come and work in these new music tech industries. What do you actually do every day? Like, how is your life working? You know.
So if you ask me, I'm very happy with what I do, because there's two big sides to it. So first of all, I work in the music industry and the tech industry. So I have one foot in each world, and they're worlds that I love, and especially in the music industry, there's very little differences between what's not private, professional and private life. They kind of just blend together really nicely, because the people you work with are usually people that you go out and see and play in clubs, and you hang out with them, etc. So it's a great dynamic within the music industry. So I'm very happy to work with these kinds of people, with creative people. And on top of that, I do marketing, right? So the great thing about marketing is that one day you're crunching big data, a lot of numbers. You know, you do online marketing, so you have a lot of data. One day you're making videos. One day you're shooting photos. One day you're briefing agencies. So there's such a wide spectrum of activities, creative activities, but also analytical activities when you do marketing, that it really satisfies both sides of your brain. And this is what I find absolutely fascinating about what I do. Marketing in the music industry, I don't think I could find anything better to do, to be honest. So my daily activities is I usually I'll instead of telling you about daily activities, what I'm going to do is telling you how my last few days have been, because running a Kickstarter campaign is something out of this world. Everyone should once in their life run a Kickstarter campaign. You agree, right?
I agree.
Exactly. You know how it's like. So you wake up early, you get to the office, you usually have hundreds of emails from backers who are saying amazing things about your product. You also have a lot of interest from potential distributors, from potential future retailers, from potential investors, from potential brands that want to collaborate. So you sit there in the morning and you go through emails of people who are interested in collaborating with you, people giving you great feedback. So it's amazing. Then the next thing you do is you think, okay, what kind of content should I create for social media? What kind of content should I create for Google Ads? What kind of content should I create for YouTube? What kind of videos can I create to show people how amazing the Basslet is? And so then you get into this creative process of thinking about videos, and how can we make a video, how can we do a photo shoot, how does the product look. So at that stage you're being creative. And then in the afternoon, what I usually do is I meet up with the team, and there's a lot of basically feedback loops between the engineers, between the designers, between our video crew. So we need their feedback. We need to know what the status is of the project and react to that on a daily basis, and just create content, you know. And then in the evening, I like to go a little bit more brainy and think strategy, think a bit longer term, think beyond just the next few days, and think of, okay, what are we going to be doing in 1 month? What are we going to be doing in 2 months? Where do we want to be at Christmas in terms of numbers of sales, in terms of advertising spending? So, as I said, you go from creative to analytical, that whole spectrum in one day, and that's what my days have been since I started doing marketing in the music industry, and I love every single day. And one of the things that people that I say to people is that I really don't feel like I have worked a day in my life, to be honest, because I just love what I do. So
awesome.
yeah.
Well, congratulations! It's really fantastic new piece of music tech.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy that you liked it.
I love it.
I know.
Want to take one home?
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks. Thank you very much.